All right, looking at this seating problem in 9.6, you should get one similar to this in your certification and possibly on the test. Uh, Practice this one a little bit. I'm not going to read the entire problem to you, but show you the important pieces here. If you look over this entire problem, they don't give you the total number of tickets sold, and the final statement is how many of each type of tickets were sold. And so we have main floor tickets, which I'm going to let be X. I'm going to put a little X above that. And I have balcony tickets, which I'm going to let be Y. And then these mezzanine tickets, I'm going to let be Z. Okay. Now, if we think back to 9.4, where we were working with coins and different jobs, one of the lines that we worked on was for forming an equation is we worked with the money or the value. Okay, so if we look here, we want to form three equations because we have three variables. We know the main floor tickets are $59 and the balcony tickets are $49 and the mezzanine tickets are $34. So this little piece right here would represent the money brought in from the main floor tickets. This little piece would be the money brought in from the balcony, and this would be the money brought in from the mezzanine tickets. And we know the total money brought in on one particular night was $106,306. Okay, so that's one of our equations. Now moving on to the next sentence, we see the word more. And so we can start to think about more minus less equals difference, and it says there's 254 main floor. So the main floor was more than the balcony and the mezzanine combined. And I use this parenthesis because of the word combined. And it was more than by 254 tickets. So think of that more minus less that we've seen. More minus less equals difference. So that helps us with our second equation. And then our third equation, similarly to equation 2, it talks about a more again. And it says something was more than something else. It says the balcony tickets, now balcony was Y, so balcony was more than 3 times the mezzanine by 440 tickets. Okay. Now, hopefully you can see I'm going to put at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to go to a 3x4 matrix, and then I'm just going to use ref here. Okay. So sliding this problem up a little bit here. Let's just look at the matrix that I would get because it's a little bit tricky. Some students mess up a sign here. So the first row, most students get right, 59, 49, 34, 106, 306, okay. Then this is the row that students often mess up because they forget that this negative sign here has to travel into the parenthesis because of the distributive property, and what we get is x is 1, y is -1, z is -1, and 254. Okay. Then this one's a little bit tricky too, is we don't have any x's, so we just say 0, 1, -3, 444. Okay. Now I'm not going to put this into a ref because of the length of the video here, but hopefully from the other videos you could put it into a ref. And what we get after we do ref is we get our template that tells us we have one solution. We get that, and then our solutions are, and you can practice this with ref on your calculator to see that you arrive at the same thing. Okay. So this would be our main floor. This would be our balcony. And this would be our mezzanine. Okay. So practice that one. It's tricky. We'll look at another application problem a little bit later. You'll see number 3 on your packet here. We're going to do that next. And I think I'll just add it onto this video so you can see it. This one actually comes up in 9.7. All right. It's similar to what happens in 9.3 or 9.6, but so on this one again, we see there's 3 items, and this time it says how many of each size did they sell. Well, the 3 sizes we have are small, medium, and large. Okay, so I'm gonna have, and they do tell us how many total pizzas were sold. Now this pizza business is going to go out of business because I don't think you can survive selling 21 pizzas. But if we look at this statement here, for our first equation, we have, number of pizzas plus number of pizzas plus number of pizzas equals total pizzas. So this is number of each. Okay. Now let's look at equation 2 and try to find a sentence to make that one. It says the pizzas sell for $9, $10, $13 respectively. Okay, and they received $220 on that night. Well, that's similar to the problem we just did. And the value, we can do $9 for the small, $10 for the large, or medium, $13 for the large, and they brought in $220. So that second equation involved the money. Okay, and then the third equation, we get our more minus less equals difference. For the third equation, they say if they sold 1 more medium, so the medium was more than the large by 1. Okay, and what we get here then is we get our matrix, which is 1, 1, 1, 21, 9, 10, 13, 220, 0, 1, -1, 1. Okay. Now if you run ref on this, okay, what you're going to find out is you're going to find out that you get 8 small, 7 medium, and 6 large. So remember, try 3x4 ref here and practice that. Okay, and you should come up with this as your result. So the setup's the hard part, and then using your calculator, hopefully you're becoming efficient with that. All right, so that's a couple application problems with 3 variables. Some of them will be in 9.6 and some of them will be in 9.7, but you want to set up 3 equations. And all right, good luck with that. Thanks.